It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Look, we got a video about Ayo Bando. Cuffem is being investigated by the FBI. Now this is crazy. I don't know how or why bro is being investigated, but we're gonna find out right now. Come on.
Hi, Cameron. How are you?
Hey, what's going on?
My name's Kristen. I'm with the FBI.
Okay.
Brian and Allie. Do
Okay.
you have a few minutes to talk to them?
Yeah, I have a jet to catch, so we're in a rush.
I can be quick.
Okay,
As
yeah.
quick as I can
What is it
be.
about? Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you about some stuff on
Online?
So Cuffem just received a visit from the FBI, and apparently they've been investigating him for 7 months, and he believes all of
shit.
this is happening at the hands of Gypsy Crusader. Now, if you're a normal person who's employed or just aren't chronically online, at least for the past 2-3 weeks, then you probably have no idea who Gypsy Crusader is. But he's been one of the most viral creators on the internet over the past few weeks, and that's because he got booked to fight on Aiden Ross's brand versus boxing event. He fought against Super Hot Fire, who I'm sure all of you have seen on the internet at some point in time.
Damn, Super Hot really did this lame ass shit, bro. Damn, man, Super Hot shit, man. But I mean, I get it, bro. You got bills to pay. I understand, but it's like, jeez.
And unfortunately Gypsy Crusader did end up winning the fight, although it's very debatable. But the reason why any of this was even important to begin with is just because Gypsy Crusader is known on the internet to be I guess you could call him a lot of things. He hates literally everyone, but he's racist, he's anti-Semitic, he's just an extremist. I've seen him be referred to as a white supremacist, things like that. So he's just not a good person in general. But there's a lot of people in the world who just aren't good people, and because of that, he has a large following all over social media. But you're probably still wondering, how did him and Cuffem even come in contact in the first place? Well, you see, Gypsy Crusader does a lot of content on the Monkey platform, where you could just match up with random people via video chat and talk to random people from all over the world. And one of the main things Gypsy does on this platform is like he dresses up as the Joker, and he goes on here and he comes across like black people or whoever, and he usually just calls them the hard R or something like that, something just offensive to whoever it is he's talking to, and that usually sparks like a big argument, and like that's basically his whole content.
And that's how he makes money, and that's how he's able to feed his family. That's how he's able to pay for rent and pay his bills by calling black people slurs. That's how he makes his living. If that's not crazy to you, I don't know what is. That's all I'm saying. That should let you know where we at as a society, man.
Wow. Okay. So, what are we doing here, gentlemen? What gang did we join in prison or in juvenile when we were there?
What?
Hold on.
Yeah, you go get that strap, fam.
And I'm sure some of you who are familiar with Cuffem probably know that that's kind of his main content as well. Not going on Omegle and being racist, but just going on platforms like Monkey and Omegle and just talking.
And being a raccoon. That's his content. Participating in raccoonery.
To random people on the internet, and his whole thing is kind of just being ugly. Yeah, I know that's like a crazy thing to say, but he's literally just known as the ugly guy, and whenever people match up with him, girls and specifically, he usually gets them to rate him, or they just talk about how ugly he is, and those clips always go viral.
Ugly and your head just so small. You like a little alien. How long you been here? Oh my god. Just so adorable. Like, you're just so ugly. Like, you're like adorable. You know when like you see a monkey, you be like, oh, look at the little monkey. That's how I feel.
She said that. She said, "Oh, my monkey." Oh my god. Damn, bro. I mean, you manifesting it, bro. Shit. I mean, making your money off of being ugly, I guess.
Like, seeing you like, oh, you're just so ugly. But it's like it's okay though. And you got a big forehead.
I mean, he literally does this for hours nearly every day, and if you didn't know any better, you would think it was just scripted. Like, you would think he would be telling these people to say this beforehand, but it's so much of a recurring thing with all of these different people that there's no way this could possibly be fake. But anyways, with both of them doing like monkey content and things like that, I guess Cuffem became familiar with who Gypsy Crusader was. And one night, Cuffem decided to go on a hunt on Monkey to find Gypsy Crusader and share a conversation with him and try to press him for all of the racist things he says on the internet. So that's when he began skipping through people on Monkey for hours, all the way up to the point where he came across Gypsy Crusader. And once they crossed paths, literally everything just broke loose. They was going back and forth for a very long time. There was a lot of threats being made, a lot of slurs being said. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to put a clip of their conversation in this video just due to how bad it really was. Like literally the whole thing would be censored, so I don't know if there's much of a point. But regardless, they went back and forth for quite some time, and ever since then they had a bit of a rivalry. And that's something that's been going on for the past few months. Now, once that rivalry with Gypsy Crusader and Cuffem started, that's when Ada Ross found out about who Gypsy was. And then he went on Monkey doing the same thing Cuffem did, looking for Gypsy for hours. And then the two of them came across paths and talked for a bit. And he found out that Gypsy didn't really like him either.
All of these things that I've been through, I have every reason not to like you people. Any person who has been through just a small portion of what I have should hate you.
And all of those events is what basically led to Gypsy being featured on this brand risk event. And like I said, that went viral all over social media. But the important thing here is that this was the first time that both him and Cuffem were both in like the same vicinity of one another. But he already had made it clear prior that he wanted nothing to do with Cuffem at this event. He didn't want to talk to him. He didn't want to see him. He didn't want to share any words with Cuffem at all. He even stated that if Cuffem was commentating while he was fighting, then he was just going to walk out of the ring. So of course, Cuffem didn't commentate the fight, but he did share his opinions on the match that Gypsy had after the match was over. And he agreed with most of the crowd and the internet that he felt like Super Hot Fire was robbed.
Because we need you right now. You might be the only savior we got. Everybody, can y'all give it up for Cuffem real quick?
It's over with, Mud.
All right, so I don't know what the fuck just happened. How you feel about the fight that just went down, brother?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy for my nigga Super Hot, my nigga. He did what he's supposed to do, my nigga. F the judges, all that. He went in there, 2 different body types, and put it on for the black. Shout out to Super Hot, on God.
So after this, a few days passed, the whole brand risk event was over, but Cuffem and Gypsy Crusader were still sharing words about one another on social media. And they basically were saying the same things about each other, like, oh, I saw him in person and he didn't say this, or I saw him in person and he didn't say that. They literally were saying the same exact things about each other. And
so they got internet beef. So they internet beefing. And I mean, I guess in that moment, you don't want to mess up the event. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But it's like, I don't know.
Apparently, all of this is what led up to the event that Cuffem just recently shared to Twitter about him getting a visit from the FBI. He posted a brief clip to social media. It was like a Ring doorbell footage or something of the FBI showing up to his home, and they weren't like aggressive or anything. The lady just stated that she wanted to talk to him about some online stuff.
Hi, Cameron. How are you?
Hey, what's going on?
My name's Kristen. I'm with the FBI.
Okay.
It's Brian and Allie.
Okay.
Do you have a few minutes to talk to him?
Yeah, I have a jet to catch, so we're in a rush.
I can be quick.
Okay,
As quick as I can.
What is it about? Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you about some stuff on
Online?
Now, also in the tweet that Cuffem shared this, he stated that Gypsy was the one that snitched on him and that the FBI was investigating him for the past 7 months.
Miller snitched on me to the FBI over a fake gun, over a fake rage bait. FBI said they've been watching me for 7 months on my just wait till I'm back. What? Nah, that's crazy.
Now, I don't know if that was a bit of a hyperbole or something, but the situation with him and Gypsy happened about 5, maybe 6 months ago. I think it's the earliest I could find on like YouTube and things like that. So maybe he was just exaggerating a little bit with the time span. But the truth is, Cuffem does do a lot of stuff on stream that could incriminate him in some type of way. But at the end of the day, people don't know if these things are real or maybe they're just props or whatever the case may be. Whether he's showing weapons or lean or whatever it is,
that's a point too. I mean, damn, brother, you do be having some shit up in there. You be having some crazy shit. So it's like they could be doing their own little separate investigation and then it lined up with the whole Gypsy shit. You feel me?
Really no way to prove that he's showing real stuff on camera. Now, I don't know exactly what they're investigating him for. Maybe it is like the threats he was making towards Gypsy. Maybe it was the threats he's making towards somebody else. Maybe it's the stuff he shows. I don't know. But even Ada Ross briefly talked about it on his stream last night as well, saying that if they're investigating Cuffem, then he's probably cooked as well.
I talked about Cuffem's FBI, and then I talked about this guy getting bombed, and now I'm fucking, like, dude, what?
What?
That is, like, do we not talk about like shit now? Like, dude, I ain't gonna lie. If the feds pulled up on Cuffem, I ain't gonna lie, I'm cooked. Like, no weird shit, bro. Like, if they pulling up on Cuffem, I'm fucked.
Now, I don't know why Aiden
Bro,
would be
what?
cooked. I don't feel like he does anything incriminating or anything like that on stream, but whatever. But anyways, though, we don't know what's going on with this Cuffem situation right now. He hasn't been live since he made these posts to social media, so he hasn't spoken on it anymore. He did have a follow-up tweet replying to someone in the comments saying that he wishes he could like share everything that they were talking about between him and the FBI, but it's probably like a lot of legal things, so of course he can't talk about it. But he did say that they were like saying a lot of crazy things and that
They throwing some crazy numbers at him. Y'all think y'all gassing it up? Cause I mean, what could it be? He talking about something bro told and bro snitched on him, but then also you be doing a lot of crazy stuff on your own that has nothing to do with him. So it's like, are they trying to make an example out of it? Or are they trying to like, yo, we finna start snatching y'all up if y'all don't get y'all act right? You feel me? Is this like a whole little chain reaction going on? I don't know.
were really tapped in for his streams for some period of time now. Now, as I'm recording this, we did get a quick little update from Cuffem. He did make a tweet saying that he spoke to his lawyer and his lawyer told him that he could go live tomorrow. And he also stated that he got visited by the FBI again today and that he apologized for showing the faces of the agents in his video. And he ended this whole thing off with saying that it was a serious matter and he apologizes. Also stating that he will be deleting the tweet with their faces in it. And he closed this whole thing off by saying that he's an internet troll and he donates more money than Mr. G.
I'm a good guy.
Point, all we can do is wait and see if he shares any more insight about this conversation that he had with the FBI. I'm very interested to see if this really has anything to do with Gypsy Crusader, because it very well could have a lot to do with them. I don't know.
That's a crazy allegation.
But that's just my personal opinion. And as you guys know, the only opinion I really care about is y'all's opinion. So with that being said, be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know, what do you think about this entire situation? Do you believe that Gypsy Crusader snitched on Cuffem to the FBI? How do you feel about the whole beef between Gypsy Crusader and Cuffem? How do you feel about Gypsy Crusader in general? Be sure to comment down below. And while you're at
Oh yeah, I don't like the guy. He's a racist. He's a weirdo. He's a nerd. He's a lame. He's a dweeb. He's a Poindexter. He's mold. He's scum. I don't like him. But shout out Bando for the video. You did your thing. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If he did what they saying he did, I'm gone. Peace.